In this fourth OneCNC deep dive video for open pocket machining, we're going to apply the open pocket operation. All right, let's get started. So let's head over to the command manager, select stock toolpaths, and then high-speed pocketing. Now it's important that you select your containment boundary first and then your open pocket geometry. So I just left click and then left click. When you're done, you can right hand mouse click. At this point, you can use whatever tool you'd like. I'm just using a 1/2 inch diameter end mill for this. We'll click next on that. For my final Z depth, I have -700 thousandths, but again, whatever you want to put in there is going to be fine. Use high speed open. That's good. We'll click next on that. Go ahead and use plunge because we're going to be entering the material from the outside of the part. So we're going to click next on that. I'm using a 65% step over and I'm going to leave 10 thousandths on there. We'll click finish. And there we go. There's our open pocket operation. And you can see the tool path has started outside of the pocket and then moved its way in. In fact, let's create some stock. I'm going to turn our solid model back on. And for the stock, I'm just going to use a simple rectangle. Let's just left click and let's zoom in a little bit, something like that. All right, so we'll use that as the stock. Okay, so let's simulate our toolpath. Right click, simulate, pick a boundary. I'm going to say that our stock is 625 thousandths is fine. So -625 thousandths. We'll click OK to that. I'm going to left click the stock boundary. And here we go. So let's zoom in a little bit. So here's our open pocket operation, machining at depth. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit. And I'm leaving 10 thousandths on the wall of the pocket. And there we go. Now, the only thing that I don't like, I mean, this looks great, but the only thing that I don't like is the fact that the tool plunged down into the stock. So the tool did plunge outside of the geometry we created, but it had no idea how big the stock was. So we're going to take a look at that in our next video. If you'd like to see another OneCNC deep dive video for open pocket machining, click on the video in the upper right-hand corner.